everyone, this is Stamping Songbird, and today I'm going to do a product rewind. So in this video I'm going to use some old Sizzix dies, and the old Sizzix dies were big and bulky. Nowadays we have slim dies made of metal slim dies. I probably have one around here. Yeah, I actually have a slim die, a literal slim die, but these are very thin and they're made of metal, and they basically do the same thing. You put them into a cutting machine or an embossing machine, and it will cut this actual shape. And they come in all shapes and sizes, and in sentiments as well. I have a background die here. This one is like a honeycomb shape. So we went from this bulkiness to this very thin. So these are the preferred ones nowadays because they take up so much less space when you're storing them, and they're easier to manage. But I still have a ton of these. And my first product rewind video, I used the bears. And I made 3 little bears and dressed them up as little girls, and created a little 10 by 10 page for my friends. One of my friends who has 3 girls. So today I'm going to use the dress up dresses and shoes. So this die from Sizzix has 2 dresses, a little A-line dress and a puffy dress, little scallop skirt there, and 2 pairs of shoes. I'm also going to use the dress up girl here, also from Sizzix, and this has got 3 different hairstyles, and I'll show them all to you already cut out. I'm also going to use the dress up body, which, oh sorry, I'm trying to figure out where, there we go. Dress up body, also from Sizzix, which just cuts out a basic body shape. This one comes with a t-shirt and a little pair of shorts, but we don't need those today. And then the last thing I'm going to use is the Sizzlets. So these are what the equivalent of our thinlets is today. So these thin dies, thin metal dies, so this would have been the equivalent back then. It's still thick, but not as thick. And then this has accessories. This little Sizzlet is called Berry Girl. It goes with the bears that I used the first time, but it has a bow, a flower, a purse. I'm not sure what this is. I think it's a belt, and then a heart. So we'll be using some of these accessories as well. So I've already run these dies through my embossing machine, my cutting machine, and I used the Big Shot. And these are the shapes that came out for the bodies. So the body is just a basic shape. It could be male, female. So I cut those into 2 different skin tones, one in a peachy skin tone and one in a more brown or caramel skin tone. Then I cut the hair. I ran it twice. First time with brown to get the brown hairstyles, and then the second time with black to get the black hairstyles. And you can see that this one here has a cutout in the middle, and that's for you to put a little headband. I also cut out some dresses, and I just used the pattern paper that I happen to have handy because I just finished a wedding album for my mom's friend, and I used these very light pastel colors, pinks, purples, yellows. So I just grabbed my little scraps and I used that to make the dresses. So here's the poofy dress in yellow and purple or lavender. And then here is the A-line dress, also in purple and lavender. I haven't decided which girl gets which dress. They're really cute. These patterns just have flowers on them. I also cut out the little purse in the same 2 patterns. Sorry about the glare. I've got the headband for one of the girls. It's a yellow. I thought yellow would look real pretty on either the brown hair or the black hair. I've got a bow. Not sure where I'm going to put the bow yet. Maybe on the hair, maybe on the purse. A flower. And last but not least, the shoes. There are two different style shoes, but I kept the same style for both girls. And cut those out. Sorry, trying to grab this other shoe here. And just cut them out in the same purple and yellow. Tiny pieces, but it'll come together very quickly. So, all I need to do is decide which girl gets which dress and which hair and which purse and which shoes, and that's it. Actually, they're going to need a face, so I'll show you what I'm going to use for their face as well. So I'm thinking, I know I want to use the headband, so I think she's going to get the black hair. And you can see how perfectly that fits. It fits absolutely perfectly. And then the yellow headbands will go there. Let's give her a purple dress instead of a yellow dress. Let's give her the poofy dress. I think that's okay. And let's give her the yellow purse and the yellow shoes. That way her purse, her shoes, and her headband match. I think she looks cute. Now for our next little girl. So definitely brown hair. Let's see what the bob looks like. That's cute. Let's give her the yellow A-line dress. Okay. Purple purse. Let's put a purple bow in her hair. I may or may not keep that there. We'll see. And the purple shoes. Or we can put the purple flower on her hair. It's probably better. And then put the bow on this purse. They look really cute. I don't know if I'm feeling that bob. Let's switch her hair. Let's give her some pigtails instead. If I'm going to make them little girls, I want them to have little girl hairstyles. And I love pigtails on girls. Now let's add that little flower there. See what that looks like. Yeah, I think it looks great. So I'm just going to push these guys to the side. Could always use those later. And I'm just going to put these little lovelies together and we'll be right back. Okay, we're back. I'm not sure if that is focused or not. I don't have the best eyesight, so on my end it might look good, but on your end it might not. So here are the two little paper dolls that I used the Sizzix dress up dies for, these old dress up dies. And I was able to dress up these cute little girls just using the dress up hair, the dress up body, and the dress up shoes. The little purses are from a bear set, Berry Girls. And I was able to create these two little cute girls that are ready for a scrapbook page or a card, but they don't have faces. So in order to give them faces, I'm going to use my Peachy Keen stamps. And I learned about these by watching Jan, Handmade by Jan. She uses these little face stamps sometimes for some of her images. If she doesn't like the paper piecing faces that her files come with, she'll change it up to these cute little faces. And I've had these for a long time since I watched a video, and I've never used them. So I'm going to use them here. And I just practiced on one of the bodies just to see what the face would look like. And it looks pretty cute. So let's try to give faces to these little girls. So in order to do that, I'm going to use my Tim Holtz Tonic Studios stamping platform. This is the larger size. This one is about 8 inches of space, 8 inches square, so it's 8 up and 8 across, so that you have more room to stamp. I also have the tiny one, the travel size one, which is I think about 6 inches. So I'm gonna put my little girls inside. I'm gonna hold them down with these magnets. You don't need this many magnets. I overdo it all the time. So I'm going to take, let me show you. I took the stamp set. Look how teeny tiny they are. I took the stamp for the eyes that look like these. These are the last ones. And I think I took this little smile. That smile and these eyes. So let's see how that works out. So you basically just take the stamp, put it face down, right where you want the eyes to be. I hope that's centered. I can't really tell. Okay, then you just close your door, press down, it picks up the stamp, and I had some residue from the first time I used it. Add some ink, press down. I'll add a little more ink just to make the eyes darker. And voila, let's zoom in so you can see her eyes. I think those came out pretty cute. And then I'm going to do her mouth. So again, I put my magnets down. You don't need this many magnets, but put the stamp with the smile where you want it. Make sure you remove the other stamp that you had. Press down, pick up the stamp. I don't know if this is in a good spot or not, but we shall see. Put some ink, press down. Cute! A little bit more ink just to make it darker. Press down, and there we go. How adorable is her face? Okay, let's do the other girl. I'm just going to give her the same eyes and mouth. Why reinvent the wheel? So you can't just put your paper down or your image down. And I'm sorry about this glare. Let's fix that. Okay, so you can't put your paper that you're going to stamp on down and then think that if you close the door, it's just going to align. You see how my stamp is here? And her face is up there. So I have to realign everything. So let me grab her eyes first. I lost them for a second. Put those in the position that I want. Make sure I remove any other stamps that are on the door. Press down. And you can see there's still residue from the last time I used it, since I didn't clean it off. Bring down the door, press down. Now because this is a little darker paper, for the darker skin tone, I have to stamp the eyes a couple of times so you could really see them. Oh, how cute is that? Alright, let's do the mouth and then I'll show you a close-up. So same idea. Put your stamp where you think you want the mouth to be. Close your door down. Add ink. Press down. Let's add some more since this is a darker cardstock. Let's do one more time. How adorable! Okay, let's move all these things out of the way. Okay, so let's put some paper down so you can see. I'm really all over the place. Really, like totally all over the place. Okay, so here's my first girl. Look how cute her face is. Oh, I love it. There's a cute little dress, her shoes, her matching bag and headband. And then here's my second little girl with the pigtails. Cute little face. Yellow dress, purple bag and shoes and flower. So I made these cute little paper pieces without having to use a cutting machine like a Cricut or a Silhouette Cameo. I just used my embossing machine or my cutting machine, the ones that crank with the hands. Put this baby through with some paper on top, and it worked just fine. And I actually like the way these cut much better than the thin dies. These thinner dies that we have, they're so convenient, nice and thin. But I find that these old school ones, they cut a lot quicker, a lot cleaner than the metal dies do. So if you have any Sizzix dies Those big thick Sizzix dies, don't get rid of them. You can still use them. Look how cute these little girls came out. They're ready for a birthday card. They're ready for a congratulations card. They're ready for a scrapbook page. So I hope this inspires you to use some of the items that you have that you haven't used in a long time, or items that are not very popular today but are still useful. Thanks for watching. Until next time, happy stamping. Bye-bye.